Life on the savanna is defined by its vibrancy. The deep red earth and lush green trees form a masterpiece of saturated color. But that color stops at the horizon. Above the trees, the sky is a flat, lifeless gray, a vast void where nothing ever changes. For a young elephant named Ellie, this void feels like a missing piece of the world. She spends her mornings looking up, wondering why the sky doesn't match the beauty beneath her feet. While watching her own colorful reflection in the watering hole, the longing becomes a decision. She can no longer accept a world that is only half finished. Ellie sets an objective that no elephant has ever dreamed of. She is going to paint a rainbow across the entire sky. When word reaches the elephant herd, the response is immediate. The elders shake their heads, and the larger bulls let out a dismissive laugh. Their logic is simple. Elephants are heavy, grounded, and built for the earth. To them, the sky belongs to the birds, and a young calf shouldn't waste her time on the impossible. The herd believes if your trunk cannot reach it, you shouldn't try to change it. Ellie tries to prove them wrong through sheer effort. She gathers every colorful petal she can find and throws them upward, jumping with every ounce of her strength. But muscles and petals are no match for the vastness above. In this slow-motion sequence, you can see her effort reach its limit as the colors stall and fall back to the dirt. To make matters worse, the sky itself turns cold. A heavy gray cloud rumbles and releases a drenching rain, washing away her flowers and cooling her spirit. Standing alone in the mud, Ellie feels the weight of the herd's words. Her physical strength isn't enough to reach the clouds. That's when Shree the giraffe approaches. Because Shree spends her life closer to the clouds, she offers a perspective that Ellie can't see from the ground. Shree explains that the sky isn't empty or hostile, it's simply waiting. It doesn't need to be fought, it needs to be invited to change. To learn how to make that invitation, Ellie visits Grandpa Tusker. He is the oldest and wisest of the herd, a keeper of the savanna's older, quieter secrets. Grandpa Tusker doesn't point to the sky. Instead, he touches his trunk to Ellie's chest. He tells her that the power to change the world doesn't live in her trunk, it lives in here. Ellie stops trying to jump higher. She realizes that to move the world outside, she first has to trust the feeling growing inside her heart. Ellie returns to the center of the plain. This time, she doesn't gather flowers or prepare to jump. She simply stands still and breathes. She closes her eyes and focuses on the warmth Grandpa Tusker showed her. When she finally exhales, the breath isn't just air, it's an expression of every color she's ever loved. The reaction is instant. 7 butterflies rise from the grass in a spiraling helix, trailing brilliant lines of red, orange, and blue that refuse to fade or fall. The wind carries these trails higher, weaving the color directly into the gray mist of the atmosphere. Even the rain cloud begins to shift. As the colors touch its edges, the heavy gray face softens into a bright silver-white smile. The gray sky finally breaks open. Sunlight pours through the gaps, catching the butterfly trails and expanding them into a massive rainbow that stretches from one end of the world to the other. The herd stands in total silence. The logic of the impossible has been replaced by a sky so bright they can no longer look away. A young lion cub watches in wonder, while Grandpa Tusker rests a trunk on Ellie's shoulder. She didn't need to be a giant to reach the sky. She just needed to believe in her gift. Ellie's rainbow proves that the world is waiting for the beauty only you can provide. When you share what you feel with the world, you change the horizon for everyone.